So here are the top 3 stocks I'm going to be watching tomorrow, Monday, July 15th, right at market open after Donald J. Trump's assassination attempt. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. As you guys have seen, right, on my different social media platforms, I've been trying to do my part in sharing actual updates on what people are actually seeing. I'm not trying to share any form of conspiracies. And again, I do not care if you are a Democrat, a Republican, a Libertarian. Literally doesn't matter. An independent, right? Not Libertarian. Independent. It truly does not matter. There was a very significant event that happened yesterday that will go into history. An assassination attempt has not happened in the U.S. in the past 40 years. I think the past one was Ronald Reagan in 1981. Correct me if I'm wrong. But with that being said, it's a very significant day, and due to what it is that happened, it's going to influence markets. We all know that. So if there's more fear that's going to be instilled in the market, get ready for markets to drop. If there's less fear and this is somewhat a positive catalyst for the market due to some weird reaction, markets might go up. But I wanted to share with you, in my opinion, 3 stocks that I'm going to be paying attention to, and feel free to share your stocks down below. The first one that I want to talk about is very simple, the NASDAQ market. How is overall big tech going to react? Instead of QQQ, you could also pay attention to the S&P 500, which has an ETF known as SPY. The really cool thing about that is when NASDAQ futures begin to open, which will be in the next few hours, we'll get a better understanding if the market is going to react in a positive or negative way based off of this news. Some of you guys might be scratching your head and asking, right, Ricky, why would why would the market ever react in a positive way with such negative news of an assassination attempt? Well, Trump didn't get killed, right? And if a Republican wins, is the market going to see that in a positive light or in a negative light? Or if he's more likely to win, does the market see that in a positive light or a negative light? And that's kind of the domino effect I think will be seen once the market opens. Does the market see it in a positive or negative way? All opinions aside, I don't care how I think the market should react. My opinion and your opinion are irrelevant. It's all based off of how the market actually reacts and to pay attention to the direction. We can make it super personal and try to make money, or we can remove our emotions and then simply trade based off of whatever market direction ends up presenting itself. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing on Monday right at market open during our live trading session, is pay attention to direction and ask myself, is the market going long or is the market going short? What makes sense? And if the market's indecisive, then maybe the idea of staying cash isn't the worst idea. So the first ETF that I'm going to be paying attention to is the NASDAQ market, which is the ETF of QQQ. Again, just waiting for overall markets to react. The second stock that I'm going to be paying attention to is probably the biggest one that I would say would be influenced by this specific event. It's DJT, and I'm going to be super open with you guys. A lot of you guys think that just because I've been sharing this Trump content, that I'm all for pro-Trump. No. I've said it many times in the past before. I think DJT, the stock itself, is a shitty company. When it comes down to their quarterly earnings and what they've reported, it's a shitty company. What I know about this is, just like with AMC or with GME, is that, well, based off of this news, there is no question that Trump has a little bit more of a pep in his step when it comes down to his campaign. He survived an assassination attempt, right? And this could really boost his polls. And the way that I've expressed that DJT and the way that I view it is pretty much a way to be able to determine if Trump is winning or if he's losing his presidential campaign. The company itself, the actual fundamentals of DJT are shitty. And again, you can feel free to share your opinions on why you think it's a very valuable company. This thing has a market cap of nearly $6 billion. In my opinion, it's based off of hype. It is not based off of actual value. I think this company, the first time it reported earnings, it reported like $700,000 in revenue. It was incredibly low, yet the company was worth over $1 billion. It just doesn't make sense, right? So obviously hype is present, and guess what happens? Well, what do you think is going to happen after an assassination attempt? People are standing behind Trump. Is this going to really boost the stock price up? Or could this potentially, in a weird way, really send the stock free falling? One of the things that I do know is it is very common for DJT to not often be allowed to be shorted. We'll see tomorrow if they allow that. Or if this thing begins to skyrocket, it might, again, be a good stock to potentially want to day trade. This is not a stock that I personally would want to hold for a long period of time because it's just too risky. I could see this to be a very volatile stock. So if you don't deal well with volatility, then it's probably not going to be the best stock for you. So this is essentially why, again, it's going to be something that's going to be very important to pay attention to. Direction and asking the question, is progress still present? Is momentum still present? Because if this thing begins to peak after being extremely overbought, that is not a stock that I potentially want to be, trading at those overbought levels in preparation for a potential pullback. And the last stock that I quickly want to talk about is going to be Tesla. Elon Musk endorsed Donald Trump shortly after ex-president injured by shots fired at rally. I think that this is going to be very interesting to see that, okay, well, Tesla has had a lot of hype recently in the past month. If you guys didn't know, Tesla went from trading at lows of 155 to highs of 271. That is over a 50% return in just about one trading month. Think about that. All the gains that it lost in 2024, it gained it all back, right? So it has a lot of momentum. It kind of lost that momentum last week after they pushed back their robo-taxi event. But I want to see, after endorsing Trump, is this going to create a wall of buyers or retail traders that now want to support Elon and possibly Tesla as well? How is the overall market going to react with Elon, as he's been very outspoken about a lot of things, now openly endorsing Trump himself? So this is why I thought I would add Tesla to the list, because of how that kid sees either some form of positive or negative catalyst. We do not know, right? We don't know if people are going to want to support Tesla now that Elon supports Trump, right? Maybe it might be a way that really pushes a lot of, maybe not retail traders, but more big funds, if they no longer want to support Tesla and begin to liquidate their shares. We don't know, right? We don't know what they're thinking, but no question is that it might have an influence. And this is why I wanted to talk about it when it came down to the three stocks I'm going to be paying attention to right when the market opens. And honestly, I'm going to be paying attention to it during the pre-market session. So I hope to see you for tomorrow's live trading session right at market open with the LPP team. But other than that, you guys let me know down in the comment section. And again, all opinions aside, I don't care if you're red, I don't care if you're blue. What happened yesterday is a really unfortunate event, right? If it was Biden or if it was Trump, it's just really wild to see that an individual would take such a dangerous act because of how much hate he had behind this individual, right? Nonetheless, I wish you guys nothing but the best. I still believe that, if you want to vote for Trump or if you want to vote for Biden, vote for whoever it is that you think is going to be in your best interest. And I think that's the beautiful thing about a democracy, is that you truly get to vote for whoever is in your best interest. And everyone's best interest is possibly different, and we have to be okay with that. So I really hope that your political opinion doesn't define you or your whole personality, because then at that point, no one wants to be around you. So I hope to see you for tomorrow's live trading session. If you guys want to tune on in, that's going to be the second link in the description down below. And I want to remind you, it's a one-time payment, lifetime access, and you'll get to watch me trade live every single day. You get to see all of my entries, all of my exits, and for beginners, most importantly, you get to hear my entire thought process behind every trade I take during that live session. So again, if you want to check it out, we're having a sale, second link in the description down below. And also, if you want to pick up any merch, that's going to be the fourth link in the description down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.